Welcome to the Big Slice Music Show here on That's Manchester TV. I'm Paul Owen. I'm still your host for the evening. Please get in touch with the show. Hashtag That's TV at Slice Music Show on Twitter. Please get in touch with our guests as well. This evening, we're in the bosom of the Northern Quarter, celebrating Sonder Festival, a fantastic festival about music and arts, but an absolute massive success. And I'm joined this evening by Gav, one of the organisers. Gav, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me and thanks for coming down. It's nice to have you guys and nice just to have a little chat about what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's nice, you know, kind of, there's a lot of music in Manchester, you know, there's a neighbourhood festival, dot to dot, and, you know, I've had the first-hand experience of your festival this weekend. On Friday, I experienced some of the comedy at Jimmy's. It's a great experience. Kind of, if people don't know about the festival, about Sonder Festival, how's the best way to explain it?
Well, our plan was to create a festival, a music, comedy and arts festival, where we can showcase some of the best up-and-coming musicians, not from just the Northwest, but from all around the UK. Not just music-wise, we also want to try and do that with the comedians, because we feel there's a lot of talent within this city and further afield that might not necessarily be getting the right exposure they deserve. So we feel that, well, we are trying to go out, recruit all these bands who are maybe a little bit under the radar, or even like this weekend we've got a lot from BBC Introducing, who have playlisted on Radio 1, so it's kind of like a bit of an introducing type of festival, really. Also the art element, we haven't done it as much this year.
You're going to expand on that?
Yeah, next year we're going to maybe hire some spaces in the Northern Quarter and independent artists will get a chance to showcase their work in little exhibitions, and also independent filmmakers will get the chance to show their films in little showings.
But I mean, you look at it. There's, you know, even though it's kind of it's in its infancy, to be honest. You know, there's such a buzz around the Northern Quarter, isn't it? Everyone's got the passes on. You see people going into different venues. How long have you been bringing this together? Because it's a fantastic event.
Well, this is actually our first official year. We did a Fringe festival last year, like an introduction. It was still quite big last year, but that was kind of like back in November. So yeah, me, Calvin and Joe,
Are they the other organisers?
Yeah, sorry, that Calvin and Joe are the other organisers. Calvin runs a networking event in Manchester. He runs it like 4 times a year. People from all over the creative industry, they come.
I'm one of them, I've been.
Have you been?
Yeah.
They're really good, aren't they?
Jimmy's,
Yeah, it's a good...
Put the band on too soon last time, I just thought I'd say that. But it was a great event though, loads of people there.
Yeah, I mean, he's done it in different venues all over the city. Yeah. Majority of the time, 99% of the time, they all sell out. People come, we have music on, we have different stuff going. Well, Calvin does, sorry. People networking, and it's just a great chance to discover new talent and also discover people who can work together and help you progress your field further. Yeah. So I met Calvin at these networking events. We got speaking. I'm a musician myself. I do a little bit of music, so he helped me out with a couple of things. And the more and more we got to know each other, we both had a vision of what we are trying to do with Sonder. And we met with Joe, who we also met at the networking events, and we kind of just came together, put 3 heads together, and every little piece of information or vision that we had, we combined it, and that's how Sonder came about. And we thought, we didn't have a budget, so it was out of our own pocket. We did the Fringe Festival last year to give everybody a little bit of a taster, to try and get the brand out there. This year's our first official year. It's bigger than last year. Yeah. We're now, fortunately, getting a lot of attention from different media avenues. BBC Introducing, Key 103, yourself. All different kinds of people are wanting to, you know, talk about it now, and companies, sponsors, Shindigger in Manchester, Blackjack, Runaway Brewery, and also First Chop. All them breweries have got involved this year, providing the bands with the riders. Juice Burst. We've got loads of companies who are wanting to get on board for next year as well. So what started out as a no-budget festival has now increased in popularity, and we're also getting our name to further afield to the people who can help us by using their resources to make it as big as it can be.
But I mean, you look at it, you know, and Manchester is saturated with music events and arts and theatre, and it's great for the festival goer or the gig goer.
Yeah.
Have you found it a challenge bringing that together? Because it is a city that's full of vibrant music. Has it been a challenge? But, you know, in that, you've sold out a lot of the venues as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, with us only being new to this and our social, I mean, we've marketed it as much as we can, and also the bands have helped us out as well. And it has been a very successful weekend. The majority of the venues have sold out. So all in all, the weekend has been a massive success, and the feedback we're getting from artists thanking us for allowing them to play, the feedback we're getting from the public who are attending, and also industry like yourself. It's a really nice, overwhelming feeling, really.
So what are you finding the artists then? You said BBC introducing is kind of one of them avenues. Are you kind of going to gigs? Are you researching what's going on in different cities? How is it kind of all gluing together? How is it bringing it together?
Yeah, like we're keeping our eye out on introducing stages in places like Glastonbury, Reading and Leeds, all different bigger venues who have introducing stages. We're researching them and then contacting their agents, and also around the city, other people who have had playlists on radio stations. We're just keeping our eye out, doing a bit of research, and hopefully trying to book them to be able to play our festival.
I mean, you look at, you know, like I said, you're in year one, and already you've had like sponsors getting involved, and you've had a lot of the music community getting involved and volunteering and getting part of that. Do you think that'd be possible to pull off a festival as in any other city apart from Manchester?
I don't know really. Like I mentioned, I'm done a bit of music myself in the past, so I've gigged in other cities, but nothing
quite unique.
I haven't gigged enough to know what their music scene's like. But being a part of Manchester music scene, it is a really nice, like, kind of budding collective, really. Yeah. Everybody supports each other. Everybody, it's just a great city to be in because there's so much talent, and everybody has some kind of creative, I can't think of the word I'm trying to...
Creative direction.
Creative
spirit as well.
Yeah, and it's just a nice vibe. And I'm originally from North Wales, so there wasn't a lot of that going on. There's plenty of talented people there, but the resources are not available. Yeah. So therefore, it's kind of doesn't allow...
can-do attitude like that Manchester always has.
Yeah. So I moved to this city to progress what I was trying to
music.
do. Yeah. And as soon as I arrived here, straight away, the networking, you know, the resources that are available, just the spirit, like you mentioned, that everybody has, and the drive and determination that everybody has. As you see that going on, that picks you up yourself and makes you want to go out and strive for more yourself. Yeah. So being in and amongst a scene like this, it's allowed me to be more creative and allowed my determination and my drive to just be a lot higher level. Yeah.
So what can people expect next year? Unfortunately, people have probably missed out by the time this goes on air. What can people expect next year then from Sonder Festival, from you and the guys behind the festival?
Well, we're just looking to increase and keep this festival going and giving people the opportunity to play. We're looking at bringing bands in from all over the country, ones who are, you know, signed to labels, but, you know, still up and coming. But that doesn't mean that bands who are unsigned, and necessarily even bands who are not just beginning, doesn't mean they're not allowed to play. We do have a system on our website where they can apply to play, and we'll check them out.
What's that website called, Gav?
Sonderfest.com. Yeah, so there'll be a link on there. People can apply to play. We're looking for new talent all over the country, so please click on, apply. Next year, we've got a lot more sponsors involved. We've got potential meetings with Arts Council for England, so there's a lot more resources and potential funding coming our way. So the plan is just to get the brand Sonder out there and make it nicely fitted in and amongst the festival calendar and have it here for many years to come.
No, it's been a great success, Gav, you know, and social media in Manchester has been a wash and a buzz this weekend, and it's been really, really good to see, and I got to see some comedy on Friday, and it's going to be good moving forward, I think. So congratulations, and thanks for having us. I'm absolutely buzzing about these guys. I've followed them for a few years now, not in a stalkerish sort of way.
Where did you do that?
And it's a weird sort of way, very strange. By the lottery winners. Welcome to the show, guys. How are you doing?
Hello, hiya.
It's good?
I'm alright. I'm not very well today, to be honest.
Oh, okay. You got your slippers on.
Yeah, I come out in my slippers and my short. And we're a bit close and it's making me feel a bit uncomfortable because I'm a bit worried, I'm a bit self-conscious about my bodily odours.
Mine are not smelling too good, Tom.
No, you smell nice.
I've got some aftershave on for you
It's
tonight.
nice that. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm working it quite as well as you.
We're doing well. But if we can just introduce one, so we've got Katie, what do you play?
The bass guitar.
And Joe?
I play drums.
Tom?
I'm the best main one in the band, the only important one really.
And we have Robert at the back.
Yeah, I'm everyone's least favourite, and I play guitar.
Probably the best beard though, to be honest. I've got a bit of beard in me tonight, Robert.
Yeah, I grew it myself.
I've got my dad's off the floor. Yeah. But it's, you guys are from Lee, sort of way, but you guys are joined, about a year ago now. You signed to Warner Music. You must be buzzing.
Yeah, exactly a year ago actually, to the day, but still not famous though.
Yeah.
Don't know when that's going to happen. Still skint and that. Yeah, but no, it's nice to tell everyone. I tell everyone, me, bus drivers, everyone I meet, signed to Warner, me, major record deal.
Yeah.
Girls, they don't really.
Does it work now?
No, not really.
I cash my chips in.
Do you?
Yeah,
You have it?
Oh, yeah. But none quite as good as yours.
You're handsome, aren't you? I'm fighting a losing battle.
You've got a fantastic voice. You can remember that romantic voice.
Come back to my house, maybe.
So, Kate, what's it like working with these guys?
It's alright, yeah. No, it's good.
Hard work. Have you been with them for a while?
It says that, but it's nearly 9 years now, and
Is it?
it's just I see them more than my mum and dad, so it's fine. They're like my little family.
Yeah. But like you said, it's been a year ago. Leading up to that, you've been working hard. Forever working hard, like any Manchester band. But you've I was buzzing about tonight. One, I get to interview you, and two, I get to see you perform. You don't see you perform that much in Manchester now. Is there a reason behind that? It's we
don't perform that much, and it's killing us because that's our favourite bit. That's what I love the most.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard because we had to record an album. That's what we got loads of money for. So we've been doing that, and that took ages. And it took about a year.
Yeah.
But when that's ready, I think we're going to be playing all the time.
Yeah. Is that a bit frustrating then? Because like we spoke off camera that the wheels in motion for such a big label are the wheels that turn a lot slower than it would be if you was turning around if you was unsigned or a smaller label.
I'm dead impulsive, me, so I always want to do everything straight away and just let's film a video on our phones and put it online and put it on iTunes now.
Can you not get away with that?
You can't do that. They're not into it. No, you got to sign a load of papers and that. The man, the corporations and that. I think we should tell them sod off. go back to being.
You don't mean that, Tom. I mean, there's a lot of Manchester bands that would be envious of your position.
Maybe. No. Obviously, we're absolutely amazed and really grateful and overwhelmed to be signed to such a big label by such an amazing character of the music industry as well. Seymour Stein signed Madonna, the Talking Heads, the Smiths, the Cure, the Ramones. Like, this guy's legit, and he's got my email address and he emails me sometimes.
Wow.
Weird things though.
I mean, does it get a bit? Robert,
some pictures.
Robert, if I can come to you, does it get a bit frustrating that you're sitting on your hands, like you said, we're getting a bit cozy now. It's fine, we're all friends. Yeah. That you have to sit on your hands a little bit. Like I said, you want to do a bit of just getting yourselves out there. Are you just is it frustrating though?
It is kind of, yeah, but I mean, what we're doing in the studio is sounding amazing, so it's it's sort of bittersweet really, because we're working really hard at doing what we do. But it's weird because we do want to be out there and playing as often as we can, and people always ask, "What are you doing with your face there? I can just see it."
No, he's just looking up in the
air.
I
was thinking about what my not talking face should be. If I was still in the shot, I wanted to
But that's not very often.
I wanted to look wistful.
It's quite thoughtful.
I was
thinking about his set.
I was trying to look at aloof. Is what I was trying to do. Was it good? Like a loofah,
A loofah? Isn't that one you scratch your back with?
Yeah.
People still use them?
I don't know. Do people still use shoe-ons? I was thinking that the other day.
You don't need shoe-ons, mate.
No, I'd swear these, but it's a good job, isn't it?
You're doing well.
Because I've not seen a shoe-on for sale in a long time.
So, I mean, for me, I've known you for a few years now. To be honest, great music, really well sculptured, really great harmonies from you as a band, really, really tight. I mean, people I think are thirsty for your music now. What are you working in the studio? What are you busy at?
Well, we've been practicing every single day and writing songs every single day. And you know what people are? Not many people, not as many people as we'd hopefully want in the end, but a lot of people keep asking us, and it's hard. That's what I think the hardest thing. You were talking about sitting on your hands.
Yeah.
It's hard because people are always saying, "When's your album out? What are you doing? You took all your videos off. There's nothing online." And we're like, "I know," and that's hard. But you know, we got to kind of trust us that behind the scenes, we're building it. We never.
Your fans.
Yeah, we never wanted to be some kind of 15 minutes of fame band either. So we wanted to craft an album that was timeless, and we really wanted to do like a debut album that would get spoken about in the same way that all the greatest ones did.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we've done it, but we've probably not done it, to be honest. But we tried, and that's what matters.
You're working hard, yeah. I mean,
my mum likes it.
Yeah.
She doesn't like much.
That's your biggest critic.
I know, yeah, she loves it.
She watched me on my show. She says, "Get a haircut, son. Have a shave, lose some weight." How was the show, man?
She's always trying to get me to go Slimming World with her.
Who, my mum?
Yeah, your mum, yeah.
It's getting a bit weird now, Tom.
She's a pest. She's always texting me. Come Slimming World. Slimming World as well, yeah. That's where we'll tell me when.
What can people expect with a new album?
Well, I really like it. I think it's proper good. I don't know, we kind of found the 90s in the album, which we weren't expecting.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of we all kind of grew up listening to 90s Britpop, and it's really evident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really evident in the tunes, and it was a complete accident, to be honest. We just kind of stumbled upon those kind of sounds, but proper good, and I hope it's kind of trendy as well, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Robert, if I come to you, being under a big label, how much creative direction do you keep hold of with regard to the music writing and the creative side of it? Do they try and steer you in a certain direction, or have you kept hold of that as a band?
We've very much kept hold of it. I mean, not me personally. Tom's the really, really creative man, if I'm being honest. But it's true. But it's everything that we that we do in the studio is all down to us. And we, like Tom said before, we work every day in the rehearsal room, making sure we get those songs right. And
probably shouldn't say this, but there was a bit of a thing where they were pushing us down a path that wasn't us, and I had to write this really big email, this passionate email, like, look, we believe in this, and it's not. I know it makes sense that we want it to sell, but we don't want to sell something that we don't believe in. So it was really big, long, passionate email, and then since then they kind of let go of the reins a little bit and trusted us. So hopefully we can make them proud and not.
So when's the album due out then? When can people?
We don't have a date yet. Literally in the last week, it's been played to all the bigwigs and they like it. So we're just kind of coming up with a plan. Yeah. There'll be a few singles and then the album will drop.
Yeah. Has that been a bit daunting though, knowing it's going in front of scary. A lot of industry?
Oh, I've not even slept for about. That's why I look so terrible. I don't sleep anymore. Me, so scary. Yeah, it's all I think about. Yeah. I hate it. It's even more scary than not being signed was so much easier than being signed. Yeah, big time.
Sleep better at night.
Yeah.
So what are you up to for the rest of the year? Is any gigs, festivals on?
Yeah, we got a couple of bits in. I don't even know really. Yeah. There's a couple of festivals. I think we're going to go over to Germany and that. But because we've got nothing out, it's kind of there's no gigs. It's all behind the scenes stuff.
I think that'll sort of come into place once the release is there, and it's like we know this is what's happening tour wise. Yeah. So it's that's yet to come. That's another page in it.
It's exciting. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I don't feel like we seem excited about it. We're proper, right? It's dead good. The album's called Meaning of Life as well. Yeah. That's an exclusive. Never, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, it's an exclusive for That's Manchester TV.
Just decided that.
Katie looks a bit surprised.
Decided.
Strong bold name, isn't it? Meaning of Life.
The Meaning of Life. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that can be quite deep. That people.
I'm quite a deep man. I've got a deep belly button.
He hasn't seen it.
It is really deep.
Full of fluff.
There's loads of stuff in it. Yeah.
Loads of stuff, not fluff, just stuff.
Just like
cat in there.
Loads of stuff.
Stray cats.
My things. Yeah. I use it as a bum bag.
Could I borrow your pen? Yeah, no, one second.
With Pat Lunch. Right, okay. Well, Rob, it's been an absolute pleasure. Tom, thank you so very much for coming along. And Katie as well. And Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure. Can't wait to see you tonight. I said Joe, didn't I?
No, but you looked at me like, don't know his name.
I'm looked at him. We got there. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
my bets down on luck. Gamble on tomorrow, cause the day is done. Made my mind just begun. Treat the bad times like they're good enough. Because bad times better than no time. Bad times better than no time. Bad times better than no time. If it ain't something I can avoid, don't be a bad, bad boy. Bad times better than no time. Bad times better than no times. Oh yeah, bad times better than no time. If it ain't something I can avoid, don't be a bad, bad boy. This next song's called Onto Us. We're casting shadows on the wall. We're leaving footprints in the hall now. So when suspicions come to call, then we know something's wrong. But we're gonna need an alibi, 'cause they won't believe a word that we say. Yeah, no, we're gonna need to try harder today. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. now. Maybe we've been lazy, cause I think they're onto us. Yeah, I think they're onto us. Yeah, I think they're onto us. In the name of secret love. Oh, now, maybe we've been lazy, cause I think they're onto us. In the name of secret love. Oh, yeah.
I am with the Bright Black.
Hello.
Hello. Because I don't know any of your names, so if you could just introduce yourself, that'd be amazing.
I'm Travis Yates.
I'm Sam Tetlow.
I'm Harry Harrison.
I'm Ryan Flanagan. Hey.
Solid start. So, what stage are you guys playing on later?
Main stage, I think.
Yes, we're on the main stage. About an hour, I think. Yeah. At least that's what we've been telling everyone.
Yeah.
We're heavily disappointed when we turn around and it turns out we're not. So we're on the main stage.
We're in the acoustic tent with a load of big amps. That's where we are.
8:45, I want to say. We're on
8:45, yeah.
Yeah, which is good. We're really excited. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Great. So, what is your style of music? I mean, because I'm obviously an outsider. I say obviously, that sounds weird, doesn't it? But I don't know your band that well. So, people who are also probably listening and watching who don't know your band, how would you describe your sound?
I would say it's a sort of very sort of 80s sort of vibe. We sort of coined the term was it glam soul, post funk, and it's very sort of Nile Rodgers chic, Princey sort of with some slightly heavier Led Zeppelin elements to it, I guess. So, but it's kind of, if we're brutally honest, it's music your mum would really like.
Is that literally what you put on your tour posters? Come along, your mum will like it.
Yeah, pretty much. Bring your mum, that'd be it.
just your mum. Just your mum on the poster. So, I mean, what have you done today? Have you had a chance to check out any other bands? You drinking, so that's good.
Yeah, first one. Yeah, very much.
Rough night?
Yeah, we got in at like 4 in.
It started at the pub, as all these things do, and ended
in a club.
That's why he writes lyrics.
I think it's kind of mad though, because I think we've had like 6 weeks of doing like festivals and sort of summer stuff, so I think we just got in the bad habit of just drinking a lot, like just constantly, which is probably.
Is this an intervention? Is this what?
Yeah. Sorry, Mum. But so we were out, got in about 4, but we got here about an hour ago. Really nice vibe, really enjoying the festival. Managed to catch the end of Twisted Dolls. They were really good. Jackson, a guy called Jackson, or something, Jackson Wolf or something like that.
Jackson Wolf, yeah, I spoke to him earlier.
Yeah,
nice guy.
nice
really
bloke.
nice guy.
Yeah, man, really like his stuff. Very bluesy. Very cool.
So how do you find? You said you've been going doing festivals. How do you find the difference between a festival and an intimate gig? I mean, what do you prefer?
Well, me and Harry. Well, I don't know if it's a preference thing, but me and Harry were saying that it's weird a few weeks back. It's weird that I think for me at least, I almost psych myself out of festivals more. Like if I'm inside, I'm completely all right with that. Whereas on festivals, I think because I'm just seeing sky, I'm like, things can go wrong here. Like I don't know why.
Yeah, I think we had like the major comparison a couple of weeks ago. We played a festival in Rochdale and then went and played a festival in Hebden Bridge on the same day. But one was indoors and one was outdoors, and that was when we started talking about it, because it was just there's that different sort of vibe. But I think, I don't know, I like festivals because you've got a captive audience that are sort of there for a reason to, you're not sort of worrying whether people are going to show up, because people are going to show up, so it's normally pretty sound.
I mean, this is the Rum 100 festival, so, I mean, what is your drink of choice?
I'd say I quite like whiskey, or pretty partial to a gin as well, I guess. Say it's drinking a bit, but...
A rum drink. I'd go a rum drink.
No, it's not necessarily a rum drink. I mean,
a rum drink. I think I'd do a mojito, but a dirty mojito.
What's
like brown sugar in it instead of, and just muddle it all up, crush it all up. Nice.
You're so edgy.
Yeah.
Can't be tamed, I'll rock and roll.
I am actually a rum drinker. I think Kraken's probably my favourite rum.
Top choice.
Straight from the bottle, all the time.
You have a problem.
Okay, I'm a big rum fan as well, so I'm gonna lay some rums on you. Have you tried Ron Jeremy rum?
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, the porn star guy.
Porn star rum.
He's no, he's not a rum. He's a big dick guy, but
Yeah, he's a big guy, is Ron.
Yeah, he's put his name to some rum, and it is by far the best rum.
Is it good?
It's
Because I saw it and I thought it was a piss take.
no, dude, it is like amazing rum. It is. It's just his and it's literally like a squirty bottle. You just gotta do it as a shot. That's the only way you can do it. But yeah, if you get a chance, and if it's around here, I know there's like it's on a rum, but if it's
I will
around
ask
here,
for it at the bar.
really try it. It is legitimately
ask for Ron
decent.
Jeremy
Surprisingly.
I want to watch the barman's face as you ask for that.
You ask for Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Let's come to the station bound for unknown destinations. Erase your hesitation, value the duration count. Our time has come. What's done is done now. Let's make mistakes and on till the break of dawn. You know we'll make them all night. We got till midnight. Let's make the most of what time we got, 'cause we'll make them all night. We got till midnight. Yeah. Turn that water into wine just one more time. Yes, intoxication for a generation that is claiming the next high. Oh, we can live forever now. The end is nigh. Let's make mistakes and on till the break of dawn. You know we'll make them all night. We got till midnight. Let's make the most of the time we got, 'cause we'll make them all night. We got till midnight. Yeah. Oh, we got till midnight. Yeah. Oh, we got till midnight. Yeah. Oh, we got till midnight. Yeah.
Doing alright, Room 100. Come on, do it. Hey! Festivals!
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Let's make mistakes and on till the break of dawn. You know we'll make them all night. We got till midnight. Let's make the most of what time we got, 'cause we'll make them all night. We got till midnight. Yeah. Oh, we got till midnight. Yeah. Oh, we got till midnight. Yeah. Oh, we got till midnight. Let's make them all night. We got till midnight. Yeah.
Hey there, it's Liam again for the Big Slice Music Show here at the Rum 100 Festival, and I am now with Jackson Wolf.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Very, very well. It's very exciting.
I'm glad you're excited.
Yeah, it is, man. It's nice to be part of something which is just getting off the ground, and everyone's a bit, I guess everyone's a little bit nervous to see how it's going to go, but the vibe's there, and that's the most important thing. So.
It's got the DIY effort,
yeah,
which I
exactly.
love.
And everyone, you walk across the field, and I know someone who I've probably met at some point, and everyone's, I don't know, it's like a big family thing, you know what I mean? Like, so it's lovely to be a part of it.
I feel that's the thing for all festivals. It's like a family community. Even if you haven't seen them for a while, you see someone who you know, and you go, Oh man, I haven't seen you in a while.
You're all in the field for the same reason, and as long as you're enjoying yourself, you know, everyone loves that vibe. You know, it's an incredible place to be.
Yeah. I love music festivals. And then you have the downer afterwards where you go, oh, actually, we live in a world.
Exactly. Go. When's the next music festival? Yeah.
Exactly, right. So, as everyone should know who's watching this, I am never part of the Big Slice Music Show. I'm literally a stand-in. So, my knowledge of your work is limited.
That's fine.
So, explain it to me, and also to the people who are probably checking you out for the first time.
Yeah, so my band is the Twisted Dolls, and it largely features me and an array of musicians who drop in and drop out. But no, it's sort of a garage rock and blues kind of vibe. You know, we just kind of keep it simple. It's always, you know, really heavy guitars, lots of soulful kind of catchy melodies, and then, you know, we really live for the live performance. You know, whoever I'm playing with, there's lots of people, even people here today who've played with me before, just maybe stepped in. People like Den always jumps in with the harmonica. You know, although it has its own kind of set theme with it. You know, often it's a two-piece and it's a loud rock sound. You know, what I live for is the blues, man, and that's all about the feel. So if people want to get involved or people want to step on the stage, maybe do a tune, like, we want to give people a good show, man. So no matter if there's 2 people or 200, that's what we're about, man. Just great sort of blues music, you know. Yeah.
I just heard two-piece there. So you always been a two-piece?
Originally, it was just me, maybe like a drum machine. Then I've had maybe been 3-piece, even 4 at the time, then back to 2. Originally it sort of goes with the 2 or 3-piece vibe, but whatever the sound suits at the time, really. You know, as you become a 2-piece, the guitars get louder and get heavier, and people seem to really respond to that lately, so that's what I've stuck with, you know, because there is a certain devil-may-care attitude to a stage performance when there's only 2 of you. You can improvise, you can have fun, and that's what people feed off, man. You can play your organised set, but if you're throwing your all into it, people want to get involved, man. They want to be part of it, and so that's what I enjoy the most, you know, is just being in the moment, I guess, you know.
So, favourite 2-piece band? Who's that?
Favourite 2-piece band is probably the White Stripes. But, you know, there's lots I like, you know, but whoever just has their own sound, I guess. If you want to sound like another band, then maybe that's your thing, but if you just got to get up there and you're yourself, that's what people love the most, you know, because it's very honest and it's very exposed. But if you're willing to put yourself out there like that, then that's what people love, you know. They want to see your connection to everything, I guess. You
didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. Death from Above for me. Huge Death from Above fan.
I didn't even think of Death from Above then, yeah. Now Death from Above, no longer Death from Above 1979, exactly. But they're, again, incredible. Their performance on stage is so off the cuff. You have the drummer singing, and their whole stage arrangement is just so free, and it's as if there's just a willingness to embrace the chaos, if there is any. No matter if you've got good sound, bad sound at a gig, if you can leave the stage and people go, I've just seen the best gig I've seen all year, then it doesn't matter how bad your sound is or if there's no one there. That's in your hands. It's always in your hands, so you just got to get out there and pour your soul into it, I guess, you know.
Yeah. Have you done a gig where it does sound like there's like Rice Krispies in the sound?
Yeah, we were recently on tour in August to do a new single, and there's times we never played before, and you turn up and they go, oh, sorry, we've not got any monitors today, and you go, all right, well, what are you going to do? You're in Glasgow, you're going to drive 200 miles home? No, you're going to play the show. So this is just there isn't a band that you love or anybody loves that hasn't experienced that same roller coaster of experiences. So you either embrace it's part of it, you know. Rock music or any kind of music like that has never been one for had its reputation built on order or normality. It's always going to veer off at 1 second, so you've got to embrace it, I guess.
I suppose there's excitement in that as well, though, isn't there?
There is. If you can turn up to a gig, and if not everything's there, but you go, well, odds on this is probably not going to be like any gig I've ever done. So just embrace that, because you're never going to forget it then.
the sun. Take a dance, dance with me, oh my God, shoot me into the sun. Take a dance, and dance with me, oh my God, shoot me into the sun. Take a dance, dance with me, oh my God, shoot me into the sun. Take a dance with me, oh my God. Woo-hoo.
So we're at like a rum festival, including with music. So do you drink?
I do drink, yeah.
What is your typical choice?
I either drink whiskey or I drink spiced rum, so it's a really nice place to be. Yeah, I do, yeah.
So what do you put in with it? Do you do a mixer, or are you like a man's man?
No. On camera, I'd probably say, just straight, but no. I drink it with ginger ale normally. It's really, yeah.
I'm down with the ginger ale. I'm down with the ginger beer as well. And a hint of lime.
Yeah, always put a lime.
If you want to be a proper southern pansy like I am. Squeeze a lime.
Yeah, but the lime works, man. You know, I think ginger, sometimes you order at a bar, people think that this guy's a bit of a hipster, but no, I really like the taste, so there you go. Yeah.
It's better than Coke. Yeah. So, what kind of rum? Do you have a brand?
I like Old J rum, and I like, I like any good spiced rum. Things like Sailor Jerry's or Captain Morgan's are always really good, but Old J is my favourite spiced rum.
Can you remember when Sailor Jerry's used to be different?
Yeah, it used to be very different.
Didn't it? It used to be good.
Yeah, well, I'll still drink it if there's some going, but yeah, it used to be a very spiced and very, very strong flavour. A bit like a really old whiskey is like, you drink it and you go, ooh, but then you enjoy it. But you know, if there's any going, I'm not going to say it's not like it used to be, you know.
I am that guy.
Yeah.
I'm literally, no, get that away from me. I'm not drinking that.
Yeah.
It used to be good. So what's going on? What you got planned for the next couple of months?
I've just finished recording an EP. We released the first single in August and we went on tour for August. And then we're back on tour so the EP gets released October the 13th and we do a gig in Manchester that day. And then we go on tour the UK after that, and then into Europe after that. Yeah, so quite a lot on, but you know, you just got to hold on tight and put your foot down.
And so where can people find the music?
I mean, all the usual. Facebook's probably the best place, and soundcloud.com/The Twisted Dolls is probably the best place. Everyone seems to use Spotify these days, so you got to be on that as well. But yeah, just Google The Twisted Dolls, and I'm the only Twisted Doll on there. So there you go.
Top man, thank you.
Lovely, thank you very much.